This is Bethany Kennedy. I'm the Director of Access Services at Washtenaw Community College, Richard W. Bailey Library, and this will be a brief tour of the online resources available to WCC students, faculty, staff, and community users. Let's begin by taking a look at our friend Google. In our increasingly digital world, finding the correct information can be difficult. Academic librarians specialize in cultivating resources to help meet the needs of students. Part of that cultivation is access to online resources. If a student were to do a simple search for wind power for a paper that they may be working on, you can see that they come up with an astronomical number of results. Several of these results are ads, some are for shopping. There's Wikipedia. There are also images and other resources that a student would need to look through and make a decision on whether these resources would be helpful for academic research. At the Richard W. Bailey Library, part of our job is to find those resources and to make those resources available to students so that they can save their time by doing research using our resources. Many of the online resources that we have available are e-articles and e-books through the databases and e-book vendors. We also have access to our online catalog where students can find books, media, and magazines that we have in-house. The One Search feature, which is also available here on the library's main page, which searches all of the databases and catalogs and online open content available to students. Students also have access to Melcat, which is the statewide library catalog. If an item is not available at our library, we will be able to retrieve it from another library, most likely somewhere in our state. Research guides are created by librarians and are very focused on a certain subject or even down to a certain class. Let's begin by doing a simple one search of library resources so you can see what this looks like. We're going to do our wind power search by keyword, and you'll see when this comes up that this still brings up a monstrous amount of resources that a student would go through, but it's very easy for a student to refine those results by using the expanders and the limiters, limiting to our catalog available here at WCC, full text, peer-reviewed, the publication dates, different source types, and even by narrowing down the subject. As you can see, the results have a clickable link, or a student can go to the PDF full text, and these mainly come through our databases. And I'd like to show you one of our particular databases that has a feature that I think would be of interest to our audience. I'm going to click on e-articles and e-books. This will take us to our research databases. And many students find that searching for a research database by subject is very helpful, as opposed to just a full list. I'm going to select under General, Academic OneFile. And there are several things that I'd like to point out on this page. The first being that the Michigan E-Library provides Washtenaw Community College and every person that lives in the state of Michigan with access to many high-quality databases. This is a Gale Cengage Learning database, and all Gale databases are going to look similar to this and will have similar features. I'm going to do a subject guide search for wind power. Limit to full text. I'm going to bring up the subdivisions. Select educational aspects, and this is another way that students can narrow down their searches. Again, we have the clickable link. You can can see that these are full text. And up here is an interesting feature to the Gale databases. Students can listen to the full text of this document. Let's take a listen. Some of the other tools available to students: they can print this document, email it, download the MP3, and then there are also citation tools and other tools that may be of use to students. If we return to our home page on the Bailey Library, let's quickly take a look at some of the other features and resources that we have available. We recently went to the research databases. Now let's take a look at our ebook collection. We have several ebook collections: eBrary, NetLibrary, and the Gale Virtual Reference Library. We're just going to do a quick search of eBrary. And you can see that these have clickable links to the titles. And when you click on the link, it will open up the book for you. And you can click either on the page, or you can click on the table of contents to take you to someplace in the book. And you would use these tools at the top to flip the pages. You can highlight, download. There is also usually a searchable index in many of these. This one does not appear to have the searchable index. But these are some of the features of the ebooks and ebook readers. And all of the ebooks that we subscribe to are available in any platform. So as long as that platform has an internet connection, a student would be able to bring up eBrary or NetLibrary or the Gale Virtual Reference Library. Now let's briefly take a look at MELCAT. As I said, this is the statewide catalog, and a student could search again by keyword. And they would be able to click on this link if this were a title that were of interest, and click on Get This For Me, fill out a brief form, and this item would be delivered to Washtenaw Community College Bailey Library for the student to check out for 6 weeks. Returning back to the Bailey Library homepage, and we're going to look at our online catalog for library resources available in the WCC Bailey Library. And again, we have our search box. I'm doing a word and phrase search. There is also the clickable link. This one would take the user to an ebook. This link shows that this is an item that is available in our library. And again, if a student is using any platform, this catalog would be visible. Now, I had said at the beginning of our tour that the Bailey Library was hoping to save students time by providing them all of these resources, and you can see how a student might be overwhelmed even with all of these resources, and with Google. And we also provide something that Google does not, and that is asking an expert. Students can email a question directly 24/7, and either a WCC librarian would answer this question or a librarian from another college that might be on and would help a student. There are many other ways for a student to get help from one of our expert librarians. As I mentioned, we have our live chat. Students can email. We have texting, and students can also call. We have the traditional walk-in reference. A librarian is at the reference desk. So students, faculty, staff, and our community users have access to all of these fine resources and access to professional librarians to help them navigate these resources. Thank you so much for your time today. Again, my name is Bethany Kennedy. Here is my contact information. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.